Yeah. What's going on, people? That boy Treezy here. Welcome to another edition of Throwback Thursday. This is the first retail title I've covered for an edition of Throwback Thursday, and we are looking at Batman Arkham Asylum. Now, I had to give this game its time in the Throwback Thursday spotlight. You know what I mean? It's so well deserved. The game is impressive. It's seriously impressive. If you've never seen anything on the game, it's an action adventure title. It is kind of hard for me to compare it to another game off the top of my head, should I say. I guess you could go down the road of Assassin's Creed, so to speak, maybe. With the fighting style anyway, at least, because you know, if you think about Assassin's Creed right now, if you've played the game, you are, besides the stealth factor, climbing factor, you are in a lot of situations where you know you having to fight against a lot of enemies, and you know how it is. You get into the middle of the battle, there's like 7 guys standing around you. They're all like itching to make that move, and then one makes the move, you counter him, and then everyone starts jumping in, and you're just countering and kicking ass left, right, and centre. And this is kind of how Batman is, and it's fantastic. The fighting style itself is so, I don't know, it's simple, you know what I mean, it's straightforward, and it's so easy to pick up. But then again, at the same time, it does take a bit to master, but when you do master it, it's so good and it's so rewarding. You know what I'm saying? It's a really enjoyable game. And one thing I really do like about the fighting in this is how the camera angle changes, and it's a nice angle. You know what I'm saying? You can clearly see what's coming around you. There's no enemies blocking the camera. It's not getting too hectic, and it's nice, man. It's nice. I like it. Maybe more so because I'm currently, I was grinding Ninja Gaiden 2, which in my opinion is a nightmare for its camera. And when you need so much fluidness in that game with the fighting technique, and if the camera angle ain't helping you out, then it gets tough and it gets really harsh. You know what I'm saying? So switching from Ninja Gaiden to Batman is obviously was being more of a pleasurable game to play at the time. You know what I'm saying? On the achievement side of things, I personally found it an easy 1000G. Don't get me wrong, I know a lot of people who played the game will say, but them challenges were hard, man. Nah, it just took a bit of practice. You know what I'm saying? You can see, basically, I've picked these 3 clips, obviously to show you the gameplay, but kind of to show you the evolution of my fighting style, the growth of my fighting style. Now, when I did that first challenge, I was really chuffed with nailing the gold medal, the 3 trophies, so to speak, nailing enough score to pass it properly. And you know, I was really happy with it. But looking back at it now, it wasn't that spectacular. I was just good with my timing, with punching, with the normal melee strikes. You know what I'm saying? And then in this situation now, this is the party pooper achievement, where you need to basically take all these guys out. They don't attack you unless you attack them. So obviously you hit one of them, off you go. And again, I was really happy with this as well, because I was like, and this was on hard mode as well, by the way. I think, maybe. Oh no, actually I might have been telling myself. Oh no, yeah, it is. You can tell it was on hard mode because you don't get a signal for when they're about to strike at you, so you gotta be more aware of when they're about to punch you, and then obviously do your thing with your countering and stuff. So I was really chuffed with this as well. But looking at it now, it wasn't that spectacular. I got hit several times. My combos weren't all that at all, and it wasn't that impressive. And then in the 3rd clip, which was the final fighting challenge, I pretty much got the style sorted, you know what I'm saying? Because if you want to do well in them challenges, you have to be nailing some really nice combos, pretty much nailing every guy in one string of attacks and not getting hit. And to keep your combo going, you don't just have to punch the enemies, you can punch them, counter their attacks, evade over them, like jump over them, and that still keeps your combo alive, because you know what I mean, it's in rhythm, you know, it's like music in it in a way. Using gadgets, stunning the enemy, so everything was a factor. But I used to just originally only use the punches, and you can also use your grapple move, as you can see there. It's basically, I'm running around and punching him now. I get this sneaky takedown in there because I knew I had the space and the time, and that gives you some good points as well. And then as soon as my combo starts flashing orange, which means I've got a special move I can use, I press Y and B together, and that allows me to go into like the grapple kind of cinematic takedown, and gives me time to look at who's the next guy I'm going to take out. And that was basically the technique I used throughout all the fighting challenges. Well, the second time round, should I say? Anyway, so for me, I didn't find the 1,000 that bad. Don't get me wrong, I did retry the challenges quite a bit, but once I got the style sorted, it just came down to execution, and eventually it happened. And then, because I enjoyed the game so much, I went out and bought. No, actually, I went on Amazon and bought the Game of the Year edition for £13 I think, or £14. Not a bad price compared to what they was apparently selling it in the shops. CEX and Game come to mind right there, and flew through the game again. And even the collectibles weren't a pain to collect. If anything, it was nice picking them up. It took you back to older areas where new parts of these areas had opened up because of the new gadgets you've got. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I keep saying it's a very well done game. It is such a beautifully put together game. So yeah, you know, there you have it. Highly recommended. Check it out, and you can pick it up for so cheap now as well, because obviously the game's been out for a few years now. I'm blazing Grid 2 at the minute, as you've probably all seen, but eventually the next game in my to-do list happens to be Batman Arkham City, so you may see some footage from that. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Obviously Batman Origins is coming too, so that's going to be interesting. So stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for watching, guys.